Well, if you like small cameras, you might want to check out Fujifilm. And if you check out Fujifilm's cameras, you might want to check out this, their brand new XT30 free. Now, the last XT30 released in 2021 and almost felt like they're probably not going to release a new one. But essentially what they've done is split the camera into two different cameras. So they've got the XT50, which is a bit more performance, a bit more megapixels, and this, which is more like a direct successor to the two. Sharing is caring, and the XT50 shares the same sensor as the XT5 with a smaller, lower spec body, priced somewhere in between the XT5 and the lowest priced aps-c X camera, the XM5, which the XT33 conveniently shares a lot of the features with, albeit in a better spec body. It goes without saying, it's an upgrade on the 4-year-old XT32. So inside you'll find that still 26 megapixel camera, it's just that it's been beefed up a bit more in terms of performance. It is the 5th generation of autofocusing. So the autofocusing, the algorithms should be the same as the XH2S, well that's what they say. And not that the XT32 was bad at focusing, the XT33 is just improved. Got to get the framing right with this one. The XT33 has the face eye detection, works even on not actual faces, but also adds subject detection, animal, birds, cars, planes, trains, motorcycles, things with wheels, probably not wheelie bins, bringing it neatly in line with what the XT5, XT50 and XM5 offer for AF. The feature set will be a bit more meaty, but there will be some things that people have beef with, such as this. Yes, that's right, it's an uber offensive film simulation dial. I don't even know why people find it so offensive. Some people like it. I mean, the counter-argument is that they've sacrificed the drive dial, which is quite a useful dial. But film simulations is useful if you like changing film simulations. And personally, I do thoroughly enjoy perusing through all of Fujifilm's film simulations, 20 of them, only to use 2 or 3 of them because I'm an unadventurous buff. But for those more adventurous types, it's worth noting that you can create your own recipes too. With regards to how you actually select the film simulation, in a dream world, it would be like it is on the X-Half with a clever retro cool film display window touchscreen. But with the nature of big ass tilting screens, there's not really much room for a tiny ass mock film display window. But because they got rid of the drive dial, holy f***, that's a horse. Pony thing. Yes, sorry, got a bit distracted. Point is, yes, having a button pressed before you can change drive mode is not the slickest, but if you do see yourself changing between at least 2 or more film simulations frequently, the film sim dial is a big plus. Well, at least they didn't get rid of the exposure comp dial for, like, I don't know, an Instax dial or something like that. Exposure comp is useful. Talking about Instax, yes, it is worth mentioning that they have added a feature where you can shoot in the aspect ratio of Instax, whether it be square, minis, wide, so you can shoot and then print it. Now the irony is that the screen, although it may not be any better suited for vlogging, this is a new lens, this is a new kit lens, which is sort of better for vlogging, because wider. 13mm at its widest, that's roughly 21mm equivalent, and they've got rid of the PZ, so it doesn't make so much noise for video. Plastic but fantastic, the size and weight perfectly suited for this camera. I like my camera small and lightweight, and this is genuinely a small and lightweight camera. I mean, for one, it will fit in my pocket. It's got a big pocket. There you go, kind of fits. It's in the pocket, it's pocketable. And it's lightweight, about 500 grams with this lens, battery, card. Carry it all day. Battery won't last all day probably. I mean, battery will last for a bit longer, 425 shots quoted. For the XT33, small lenses like primes and this kit lens feel better balanced because it's so small and light with a shallow grip. Some of the more premium zoom lenses can feel a bit front heavy on the smaller bodies. Otherwise it's really quite decent, and the kit only costs £70 more than the body only, so it kinda makes sense. It's sharp enough, slight bit of softness in the corners, but not awfully so. Expect quite a bit of darkening when you're crash zooming in from widest to longest, but for photography, it's a great starter lens. You've got 20 film simulations. They've added 2, Reala Ace and Nostalgic Neg. That's nostalgic Nick. And Reala Ace. Another thing with this is that if you want a Fujifilm camera with a flash, there's only 3 to choose from. Boom!
When built-in flashes are not so common these days, a camera that has one and doesn't impact the shape and design is a big plus.
One of the criticisms of the XT32 is that it doesn't have IBIS. This doesn't also. Now if you want to use this for video, it does take 6.2K 30p video, open gate 3x2, so digital image stabilization, it does have that, but you can't use that in 6.2K. It can be used in 4K though. There we go.
OIS and DIS together provides for some really stable handheld footage, although I'd probably opt for just OIS only as the image doesn't get cropped, and when you're panning, the DIS sometimes has a weird warping effect. The XT33 is pretty good for video, it's just that it only has a 2.5mm input for microphone, whereas the XM5 has 3.5mm input for microphone and headphone. That's a huge plus for the XM5 for video shooting, and it's got the tilty flippy screen too. But unless you're vlogging, and despite the 2.5mm input, and despite the fact that they offer almost the same features other than the EVF, the XT33 at just £100 more with an EVF, it feels like the better proposition overall for an entry-level camera. And with the EVF, 6.2K open gate, perhaps the best choice for any entry-level aps-c camera.
Hey David, mouse selector. So that's it, the XT33. What it is essentially making their most basic level camera less basic. And it's not just a case of it's less basic, it's actually a very nicely spec camera. Good video performance, decent enough stills, auto-focusing. What's not to like about that?
This video was sponsored by Squarespace.
If you want to set up your own website, online store, just your own domain, it's super easy to get started with Squarespace with a slick, easy to use interface filled with a plethora of templates to choose from and with 24/7 customer service to help you out if you need it.